I keep hoping the weather's going to get better, but forecast is for continued rain. Oh, Marley's getting bored. And so here we go. It's a little bit sunny today. Supposed to be snow and rain over the next several days. So Marley and I are going to take a quick drive out to the Bridge of the Gods, which is west of where we are now, across the Bridge of the Gods, and then come back on the Oregon side. Got a new camera, going to be trying out. Washington side of the river, this stretch of highway, Interstate 84 on the Oregon side. This is Highway 14. This is a undivided one lane each way road, whereas 84 is 2 lanes divided on both sides, both directions. I mean, so it's a much more substantial road. Speed limit over there is generally 65, maybe 70. I don't recall. Whereas over here it's 55, and there's a lot of sections where you don't necessarily want to drive any faster than that, especially westbound from here. It's about a 25-minute drive or so to Bridge of the Gods. I'm not going to talk the whole way, so we'll insert some music in here. It's Columbia River to the left, of course. You see barges going up and down the river all the time. Obviously a major shipping route. I think for wood and wood products and probably agricultural. I haven't really looked into that too much. You also get riverboats coming up and down the Columbia. It is not a huge thing, but a fairly regular thing. Looks like there might be some dredging going on the right-hand side here. It's my best guess. I'm by no means an expert. During the spring and even starting now, there's a lot of seasonal waterfalls, and then there's some not so seasonal waterfalls, especially on the Oregon side, that are much more spectacular when the snow begins to melt up high. So this is, pretty typical of the way things were, 60, 70 years ago. Driving across America, lots of small little towns. Not very many small coffee shops, however. Coming up on the Bridge of the Gods, just a half mile. Another toll bridge, another still great bridge, much like the Hood River Bridge, only far shorter and with wider lanes. So both, being shorter and wider lanes, both good things. Going to cross over to the Oregon side. It's actually only the suspension portion of this bridge that has got the still grading. Not good from an environmental perspective. They'd never allow this to be done today because if a vehicle is leaking oil or whatever, it's going to drop right through and into the river. But this is the way they did it in the early 20th century. Now I just have to wonder if these people ahead of us are going to have to stop to pay the toll, because one advantage the Hood River Bridge has is that there are two lanes in both directions at the toll booth. So if you have the prepaid, you can go through the lane that is prepaid only. Here you've only got the one lane, so it's all the luck of the draw. Yellow light means that my prepay is getting low. It's going to automatically debit sometime soon to get that back up to a healthy level. When you're traveling east or west in the winter, Cascade Locks is kind of a, if you can make it past Cascade Locks going east, usually you're good. If you make it to Cascade Locks going west, again, usually you're good. Meaning, the weather tends to be worse east of here. At least that's normally the case. Here's a park up here. Not real familiar with this area. Let's check this out. Sternwiller Cruises. Parking fee required throughout park. Yay. I don't really carry cash anymore. That's part of the problem. Beautiful view, though. Lack of a sales tax in Oregon. Local communities searching for ways to raise revenues. It's understandable, but frustrating at times. I think maybe I'll get some ice cream that Marley can get out here. No pull. Come on, Mark, this way. No, this way. No pull. No pull. No pull. Hey, no pull. Oh. Come on, this way. No. Come on, this way. No. Seriously?
What are you doing? No, not for Marley. Why does Marley always think things are for her? Just wishful thinking is what that is. I got a treat for you, though. Here we do. Looks like the battery's getting close to dead. Time to swap.
Marley got to make a pit stop and took care of some business she had to deal with. Got myself a strawberry shake. Haven't had one of those in years. Probably literally. And it's quite tasty, so that's a good thing. All right, now we got to get back on the freeway. To do that, go left. Maybe we'll go right because it's easier. And then we'll go left. Good strawberry shake is really hard to drink. This is really hard to drink. Because it's so thick, obviously. Helps to burn off some of the calories from the shake. You know, all that hard work to actually drink it. Also, deters brain freeze, I suppose. It's always interesting when people don't signal, and you can't really tell what they're going to do. But you think they're probably going to turn the way you don't want them to turn. And sure enough, that's what they did. Now we can compare and contrast Highway or Interstate 84 with Highway 14. Bit of a difference. On the right is the, I think it's the historic Columbia River Gorge Trail. It follows, in large part, follows the, wherever possible anyway, the old Columbia River Historic Gorge Highway. It's a bike and pedestrian path I think it's getting close to being done. Ultimately, it's supposed to stretch all the way from the Portland area out past the Dalles, which is like 90 miles. So a substantial, trail. And it's, been done beautifully. But I can't help but wonder how much money that cost and how much money it would cost to replace the Hood River Bridge. But it's probably a little easier to sell this trail to people in the more populated parts of the state than it is to sell them on a bridge that's, an hour plus drive east of Portland. And I don't think people in the larger areas would care at all, if not for the fact that there's a lot of recreational stuff out in the Hood River White Salmon Bingen area, politics. Dude, you can't walk across. Yeah, pedestrian on the bridge, not a good thing. I don't think I've ever seen somebody try to cross this bridge. It's pretty clearly posted not to, and with good reason. There's barely enough space for two cars to be passing side by side. Even though the speed limit is technically 15 miles an hour, that would be terrifying trying to cross that bridge on that tiny, narrow little notch shoulder. Coming into downtown White Salmon, essentially it's one street. It goes on for 4 or 5 blocks. There's a little bit of stuff on the side streets. Oh.